So Divya then, we exchanged email addresses, and I remember this was on like the Friday, and then the Monday Bex had sent an email to Divya saying, you know, thank you very much, it was great meeting you, let's just keep in touch and see what can happen. And then it just all went cold for I think about a year. Didn't hear anything from Divya, and it was just, and we actually sort of forgot about it.
And that was also the year that the Rajasthan International Folk Festival was starting. 2007 October was going to be the first Riff. Now all this time I'd been plotting and planning and thinking, how do I get, I mean Jason's sound, the things that he does didn't leave my mind, and Bex's voice didn't leave my mind. And it so happened that Owen, who was running the festival, Owen Mortimer was running the festival in 2007, the Riff, he spoke to me and he said, you know, we don't have anything edgy.
Bex were having a conversation, and I think again it was at the end of a week, and we were like, oh, nothing ever came about that India stuff, did it? And we were like, no, and it was like, you know, oh well, you know, it was a nice situation, and we were just talking about it. Monday morning, bang, there's an email in the inbox from Divya saying, sorry it's been so long that I've not been in touch with you, but I'm now in a position to offer you something more concrete.
So that's how it began. I applied to the British Council for funds. I'd already raised funds for development work for Rajasthani artists from a foundation in the US. So I had the money for the Rajasthani artists, I needed money for the UK artists, and I had a platform which was Riff 2008.
And then very quickly we just started this dialogue about doing some stuff for the Rajasthan International Folk Festival in Jodhpur, and working on a collaboration, working with some folk musicians from Rajasthan. So we kind of started this dialogue, and unfortunately Bex couldn't do that first collaboration, so I went out there, and it kind of ended up being sort of like a 4 or 5 week tour of India, so doing the folk festival and doing some DJing gigs and a few little beatboxing workshops and beatboxing performances and some media stuff.
And we'll go from here right the way across. And I want to ask you guys, does anybody in this room have any questions about beatboxing or about what they've heard, about what I do? Everyone.
And Riff itself wasn't partners with the British Council. I was a British Council partner because I'd been working with them. And I approached the then head of arts, Alice Ciccolini, and I said, I'm interested in a long-term project. What I want to do as a starting is get Jason and Bex down so that they can get familiar with India.
Very much with British Council, we are prioritising these cultural collaborations right across all the different art forms. We're having particular success in the music area.
A whole heap of musicians have been brought together. I think there was about 16 or 17 musicians from across Rajasthan that JVF got, who they thought would be interesting to be part of this project. And then what had happened was, when me and Bex spoke about kind of working with the musicians, at the very beginning we kind of agreed that it's not going to be everything from a musical perspective, because when you're putting a band together and you're bringing a group of people together, it's also about the other side, you know, of what people are like as individuals. When we got together in the room and started talking about our histories and our cultures, you could see that everybody in the room had so much to say and came from such, you know, like 6, 7 generations of musicians. It was proper, you know, it was full on. So we started getting quite nervous, because we were like, how are we going to decide who is in this and who isn't? Because everyone's got what everybody's bringing to it is amazing. You know, so then we all started playing and we started just, you know, sort of jamming around stuff. And as the jams all started happening, we could see that, okay, perhaps this person isn't so open to improvisation. This person, you know, in terms of their performance is quite, there's no room for flexibility there. And the people that we ended up choosing were all had this thing of an openness, they were open to explore new ideas, open to share stories, you know, and also open to kind of go play and talk about things that some people wouldn't want to talk about.
Yeah, this particular initiative gave them an opportunity to share their views. That's why this has become something unique project. So sharing, if any ideas, is always welcoming, and group will decide, because it's evolved through groups, and I think this is the healthy practice, and this is the great success of this project.
जी नहीं लगे, मन नहीं लागे।